Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Barbarian Kingdom. And today we are speaking about oaks and roses. I'd mentioned this in the Walking in the Spirit series, but we need to be both planting oaks and roses. Many things are transitory in life. Many things are going to dissipate. They're going to fade away. And it doesn't mean that they were not good. It doesn't mean that it was not true. When a rose blooms in a garden, when its last petal falls, that rose is not remembered as one that left us and quit. It is one that gave its very best for us, and it stood in all of its splendor, and it allowed itself to fade beautifully and gracefully. And I believe that we need to look at relationships, people, and events that are roses in our lives just the same. And we need to expect that many people and many things are roses, that they are not going to stay for a very long time, and that they are not meant to. We are meant to do a specific thing here. We are brought to be here for a purpose. We are here to share and to love, but that is in moments and in seasons. And for some things, it is an oak. There are facets of your lives that are oaks, that withstand many seasons and many hardships, lots of ups and downs. And those people, those ideas, those ways, they're always there. But that's not the case for all relationships. That's not the case for all people, nor ideas, nor possessions that we have. Because there were facets of you from 10 years ago that you can't even remember. But there are some portions of you that are just the same and maybe even stronger now. Plant oaks, plant roses, water them, allow them to grow. Expect them to die off, but expect that some things can maintain. Some things can become a mighty oak. But this would also have said that there's been many seasons that there's been watering taking place, and there's been lots of growth. And so facets of our lives, people in our lives that are oaks, I believe that you endure extreme conditions with them. You go through something that's life-changing, something that you'll always remember and you can point to as a turning point where life clicked, or there was an extreme amount of danger endured that changed one's perception and perspective on life as a whole. Whatever it was that occurred, it's something of an extreme nature that bonds them together and allows what they have to remain and to continue on. And so you see, it's not about an actual oak. It's not about an actual flower. It's about the representation of what the oak is, the strength of its roots, the density of its trunk, the foundation that it has, that its leaves continually bring forth no matter the times. It stands and it's tall and it's a force. Those types of experiences in life are very rare, and this is why there's only so many oaks in people's lives. That's why most things are flowers. But for the oaks that are taking place, it is in special circumstances, and it requires a great deal of you, and it requires great time. Great time. And so you cannot expect that it'll be in a few seasons, not even in many. It could take many times 3. I'm seeing fruits of labors from things 20 years ago, from 10 years ago, 5 years ago. The 5 and 10 are much smaller than the 20. Because there were ideas and desires from when I was 20 that I'm able to come to grips with now to make come to life. A lot of your people, the ones that you want the most, those people are flowers. The people that you need, those people are oaks. Life will give you the people that you need and the people that you want, but you need to cherish and water the people that you need just as deeply as you would the people that you want. Human beings possess a unique treasure, and the uniqueness of the whole entire person is both tragic and beautiful. Is that experience with that individual cannot happen with anyone but with them. And so just as when one flower goes, that flower can never be anymore, nor does that spirit, nor does that being. When you lose that being, when you lose touch with them, they then become just a memory to you because you'll never get that back. And it shows the preciousness of the flowers. It shows the grandness of the oak and how both take an excruciating amount of expression to bring to life. So no matter how simply the flowers may vanish, do not be misled. To bring them to life is a great deal of work. You very well know this. Endeavors that you decide to take on, relationships that you embark upon, skills that you wish to learn. These are plantings. These are things that you hope to sprout in your field into something that you enjoy. And the only way to bring that forth is through a process, is through an exchange. And life is an everlasting exchange, one where there is a continuous effort needed to be brought forth for what it is that you desire. This life is indeed a rough one, and it is precious in all of the things that are very beautiful. And because of that, there is an exchange that's required. You cannot receive of that which you desire if you're holding on to something that is dead, something that no longer serves you. We need to be at peace with what is transitory. We need to allow the beauty of the flowers to sprout in our fields and to gracefully allow them to fall to the dirt. And we need to be not bored or dismayed by the lack of beauty that we perceive to be in the oaks in our lives. Just because they're always there, it does not mean that the beauty of their person, their character, their form is any less than the flowers of the field that you so love. Love the oaks. They protect the flowers from the sun. They give them just enough rain. So you see, the greater the strength and the height of your oaks, the more beautiful your flowers shall be, the more that they shall be nourished and kept alive. Exchange that which is heavy for that which is light. Worldly expectations are heavy, but spiritual obligation is quite peaceful. The difficulty becomes when you try to negotiate the world with the spirit. You need a separation. You need to understand that the spirit needs to always exist away from the world, and that the physical is only a very weak representation of what the spirit actually does, at least through the eyes of man. When looked at through the eyes of the Creator, I believe that the expression is quite perfect and excellent. But when we ourselves try to express that, we make sense of it not in a way that allows us to flourish, but that confuses us and directs us further away from the path that was meant for us in the first place. The environment is also very necessary. You cannot have beautiful oaks. You cannot have gorgeous flowers without the right type of soil. The environment must be predicated and aligned with the desire to bring forth beauty, to allow strength to take deep root. And so if your environment is not soothing, if it is not welcoming of such a planting of a change, you need to understand that your efforts may go unheard, unanswered. And even if they do come to fruition, they shall be trampled. Oaks take time. If there is not a continuous flow of efforts, then there shall be no oaks. You may have flowers, but those shall be trampled. You can build gates, but they're not the same as oaks. May you plant and may you water. Plant in hope, water in faith, and let your works be the sunlight that brings forth that beauty. You need oaks in your life. And you need to be able to understand that taking the time to allow them to sprout and to grow is the smartest thing that you can do. It's foregoing the low road for the high road. It's taking the process more seriously. It's saying, I want to do the work rather than I want to be on the other side of the work. Plant your roses today. Allow your oaks to sprout. Be patient with yourself. Be blessed